Good morning. Got two subjects on my chest that I really want to get off. I don't even know which order to go with them. We got Chad Holley, the now 18-year-old who just caused a local media outcry due to him committing a burglary 2 years ago and get beaten up by some cops. And a lot of people were advocates for him because regardless of what he did, a lot of people felt like the cops, what they did to him was excessive. And then, of course, we have the news that developed overnight, the beef. Drake, Chris Brown, Meek Mill / Rihanna. I want to start off with that one. You know, a lot of people will go and they'll say that these guys, they're fighting over Rihanna, or Rihanna must have some good pussy, quote unquote, and that must be the reason why they're fighting. I think that is the root of the problem. The root of the problem is that, you know, of course, Chris Brown probably has some feelings about Rihanna still, and then, you know, Rihanna's a single woman, so, you know, she's out here dealing with some guys or whoever. And Chris Brown probably doesn't know how to handle that, so he's jealous. But the bigger part of it is the male ego. Both of these guys are celebrities. They're highly visible, to us all. And when words get exchanged through the media, we got Twitter now that will update us on anything. People get on Twitter, they say this, that, and the other. And then you take a situation that has been real small and you've blown it up to something real big because of the ego. Because one man can't stand for another man to have the final say, the last word, or to paint him in a light that may or may not be true. So I think that situation has just escalated because of things like Twitter, TMZ, media takeout, putting the information out there, and one guy not want to look bad in the media. What really happened in the club, we don't know. But the sad thing is that it's a group of successful black people, a group of young black people. All of them are younger than me. I consider myself still young at the age of 32. But all these guys are much richer than me, much younger than me, and they have a lot more people with a scope on them than I have on me. But this is the type of behavior that they display over something that's foolish. And to me, it just is another example of as many people that it takes to catapult or to place our people ahead of where we've been in the past. That same group of people will do such actions to set us back. And it's just embarrassing. The fact that these young black millionaires are in the public image and this is the way that they're behaving. To piggyback on top of that embarrassment part, Chad Holley, Chad Holley. I don't know what Chad Holley is thinking. I tried to rationalize it. I watched the video that was posted to Kontro last night from Mr. Luke 713, and a lot of stuff he said in there was completely true. A lot of it, some of it I didn't agree with, but most of it I did agree with. And the main message Mr. Luke had in his video was that, you know, just as much as we feel like Chad Holley has let us down, that we, black community, has let Chad Holley down. Every time a situation happens where there's supposed to be a black person that has been treated unjustly or unfairly, we have these so-called community leaders, the Reverend Jesse Jacksons, the Al Sharptons, the Quanell X's of the community. They're ready to jump out there so quick, so fast. It seems sometimes like they don't even have all of the facts, but they see the fact that a black person has so-called been wrong, that they're jumping to the aid. And what they're doing is they're riling up the rest of the community, riling up the rest of the people, rallying us behind these such causes. And then you have a person like Chad Holley who apparently ain't learned the lesson yet. Because no more than 4 weeks to the day after the trial for those cops beating his ass, he goes and commits another burglary. The same crime that got him in the hot water anyway. So what does this say? You know, what does it say to us? A lot of people I know, and even myself, when I first heard about it yesterday, I immediately felt embarrassed. Because when I walk around in the streets, or when I walk into a grocery store, or anywhere, I look like Chad Holley. I look like Chad Holley. Chad Holley looks like me, a young black man. I have 2 boys that are one day going to look like Chad Holley. And this is the image, and this is the perception that is painted towards young black people. This is most of the time is why, as a whole, as a demographic, we cannot get ahead. It's because people like Chad Holley, who go out there, make mistakes, they get a tap on the wrist because there's a juvenile, and then they come back and do this shit at 18 years old, and they think there's no consequences to it. And then you had a whole community, a whole people. This case was a national case that was heard nationwide, rallying behind you for getting your ass beat, and then you turn around less than a month later after the first verdict in that police brutality trial happened, and you go commit the same crime again. So, what is really the problem? What's really the answer? Who is really the problem? Who is really the answer? I don't know. But it's something definitely that we, as a people, we need to. And I am talking to black people right now. You know, I have white friends, Latino friends, Asian friends, and we have those same people on Kontro Corner. But this problem is a problem that's bigger in our community that is than other communities. And I think we need to really touch on it. You know, we got to stop doing stuff that's embarrassing to not only you, but your family, the people that love you, the people that care about you, and the people that look like you. I look no different from the next black 32-year-old man, really. Regardless of the weight, the height, I'm going to be looked at as a 32-year-old black man. And whether you agree or not, and regardless how sad it is, my actions speak for the rest of the 32-year-old black men in America. So let's do something. People like Chris Brown, Drake, whatever celebrity are, you know, we got a bigger standard that we should be held to, and all of it is an embarrassment. I'm kind of dumbfounded. I'm signing off. King Kontro. Thank you.